Okay guys, and welcome to TTD. Today's tip of the day is going to be a quick one, and I'm not going to get into all the science behind it, but I will give you some warnings, and I will provide some tips on how to better manage this. Today's tangible tip of the day for happiness is going to be chemical stimulation. That's just a fancy way of me saying coffee. What brings on this tip today? I wonder. Today's tip is brought on because I was not particularly feeling like making a certain video that I had planned. I was going to talk to you guys about setting goals and setting SMART goals for your dreams and hopes that you're trying to accomplish. Now, although that is a great video to make, it just didn't feel like making it today. I got in front of the camera, I started talking about goals, and I just wasn't feeling it. I knew you guys were going to be bored in the video. I was bored making the video, so I decided, let's just put that to the side. And, well, I decided with my low energy, I was going to grab some coffee. Now, grabbing a coffee is something that I do pretty often if I'm feeling kind of down and out of it. I just need a little pick-me-up every now and then, and sometimes changing my state, and sometimes, you know, doing the gratefulness exercise. Sorry, I keep calling it gratefulness. The gratitude exercise. Yeah, just those things. Just the changing your state exercise, or the gratitude exercise, or anything that's going to put you into a good mood. I can try those things and do those things, but sometimes I'm just out of it. I just don't have the energy. Now, this is when I turn to coffee. Now, there's a couple of things that I have rules for when it comes to coffee. Number one, I'm not going to drink coffee if I haven't had a full night of sleep. Now, this might be a little bit counterintuitive to those coffee drinkers out there, but listen to me on this one. I don't drink coffee if I am super tired. Like if I've not had enough sleep, which that could be in the category of, 5 or 6 hours. That's generally not enough for me. I tend to need 7 and 8. To feel fully rested, that 7 or 8 hour mark is where I'm at. And unless I've had that amount of sleep, I don't go for the coffee, because then coffee becomes a crutch. And I don't want coffee to become a crutch for me. That's when you start overdoing it, and that's when you start getting the jitters and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want the bad feelings associated with drinking coffee. So make sure you have a full night's rest before you're actually going to partake in drinking of coffee. So what is my tip number 2? Well, tip number 2 is I limit myself. I am not allowed any more than 2 cups of coffee. Now, what is 2 cups of coffee? I have that down to 16 ounces. So 16 ounces is 2 cups of coffee for me. And that is my absolute max limit. Normally I'll try to go for 8, but 16 is the limit. No more than that. And then tip number 3 is don't do this every day. Have a limit for yourself on how much coffee you're going to be drinking on a daily basis, because honestly, this is an addictive substance. You do not want to get addicted to this stuff. People have all kinds of horror stories as to what happens to them when they get addicted to coffee, and there's a whole weaning off process. And this is not something to, it's legal and there's Starbucks on every corner, but it's not something to be taken very lightly, and I would suggest that if you are going to partake in coffee, that you do it responsibly, just like with any other substance that you can become addicted to. You definitely do not want to overdo it with coffee. I go 3 or 4 days sometimes in between on purpose without it, just to make sure that my body can still produce the energy that it needs without the coffee and without the extra help. I'm literally using coffee as a small boost when I need it. I'm not using coffee as a crutch. And if you're one of those people that's using coffee as a crutch, might want to rethink your habits on that one. I think that's about it. If I have anything else to add, I'll add it later, but I thank you guys for joining me on today's tangible tip of the day, drinking a little bit of coffee, using chemical stimulation as a little bit of a crutch for us to just make it through our day the way we want it to. So there's your happiness tip of the day, and clearly it puts me in a better mood. So that it does work for happiness as well. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Give it a like and subscribe if you guys really liked the video and it really helped you, or helped you get your coffee habits in order. Leave a comment down below on what you think, and I'll look look to see you guys in the next one. Thank you. I'll see you after the weekend, and peace. Drink your coffee, people. No. If you don't need it, don't drink it. I don't recommend it if you don't need it. Oh, but I need it.